Does it matter if Kamala Harris is white or Caucasian or black or Negro or Negroid or Caucasoid or Asian or Indian or Mongoloid? Does she enjoy a status that we used to call Sepian? Does she possess negritude? These are all racial terms, which I don't know how relevant they are today in terms of the way we actually use them. But there have been a number of people as of late, Joe Brown and Candace Owens, are saying she's not black. She's Irish, or she's Indian or Asian or whatever the hell it is. Does that even matter? I mean, does it matter? Yes. But for different reasons. I'll tell you why. First, Americans love the subject of race. Oh, God. We love it. And most of the time, the issue has nothing to do with race, but class and social stratum distinction, not race, not anthropological race, Margaret Mead race, that's really not what we're talking about. Most of the time, what we're talking about is other stuff. It's about class, but I don't want to get into that. Now, people ask the question, what does it matter? Well, let me give you a little bit of a legal answer, a legal analogy, if you will, that applies 100%. And that is the notion of opening the door. And opening the door works like this. Let's assume you go into court and you enter into a stipulation, or you ask a judge in a motion in limine to prevent the prosecution from asking anything about your client, the defendant's rap sheet or arrest record. Okay. And the judge says, I'll do it. I'll grant it. Okay, Mr. Prosecutor, don't you mention anything about... Great. The defense lawyer gets on the stand and says, well, after all, my client's never been convicted. May we approach the bench, Judge? Uh-oh. Your Honor, he just opened the door. You put into controversy something which we had agreed before was not to be in controversy by virtue of the motion in limine or the stipulation or whatever it is. So you made it an issue. And now that you made it an issue, we're going to talk about it. Okay? Now, nobody talked about anything about Kamala's background or whatever it is until she did. I'm an Asian, and my house with this and that, and my this, and we had hot Asian, and there was a cooking demonstration of some sort. Remember that one she was doing between cackles and chortles and guffaws and cachination? She was talking about how she was somehow the beneficiary of or involved in, I don't know, whatever, Asian food or whatever. And it showed her mother is okay, fine, Asian, and she never mentioned, at least the story goes that she was African American or black, whatever, and her father, whom she's somewhat estranged with. I've heard everything from he's Irish, Jamaican, not black. Look, I personally don't care, but about whether she's black. The issue I care about is, does it matter? And I say, yes, it does, because you made it an issue. You did. I didn't. We didn't. You did. Sometimes things are important by virtue of certain statutory responsibility. For example, Barack Obama was born a natural born citizen. That's important because of Article 2 and the requirements. Whether he was black or white, biracial, I don't think it ever came up. Now, if Barack Obama had something to do with the fact that, well, I was raised white, and I was white, and I was white, and I was white. I think he would say, excuse me, you're white? Oh, yes, I'm white. And your father is Black? Yeah. And we can get into a whole discussion about this is when you're biracial, can you claim either or? That's for a different discussion. The point is, you brought it up. If somebody says, I'm 30 years old. You're what? I'm 30 years old. You're 65 years old. What difference does age make? Age doesn't matter until you brought it up. You brought it up. Tampon Timmy. Well, I won the state football championship. No, you didn't. You were a defensive coach, maybe. Well, what difference does being a coach make? You brought it up. Well, I was a command sergeant major. No, you weren't. I mean, you didn't get your paperwork. You're a master sergeant. Well, what difference does it make? You brought it up. Well, my wife had IVF. And you go, no, she didn't have IVF. She had intrauterine insemination. And as IUI goes, well, what difference does that make? You brought it up. Well, I wasn't drinking and driving. Yes, you were. What difference does my prior criminal traffic history make? You brought it up. You opened the door. So if Kamala wants to be black or white or Indonesian or Polynesian or Micronesian, whatever it is, normally nobody cares. We are a melting pot. We are a land of heterogeneity. But you, like others, lie and you make stuff up and you don't bother to check. And if you open the door and make it a subject of concern, a subject that normally we wouldn't be talking about or caring about, that changes the tenor and the complexion of everything. Do I make myself clear? Because Kamala, you are a liar. And you've lied, and you've prevaricated and stretched the truth repeatedly. Now, just so that we know this, I don't think it matters. And as far as Candace Owens goes, you put it into issue. You did. You did. So what do you want? You want everybody to go away? Are they being too mean to you? Is that it? You wanted this. Like that great Jack Reacher line. Remember, you wanted this. We didn't care anything about this. You brought this up. Nobody even thought about it. Nobody even asked about it. When people claim that they were either in military service or not in military service, or they have a particular degree or they don't, and they've lied or fabricated the truth as far as eligibility requirements, and you're found out, you've opened the door. And if you're going to lie about that, you're going to lie about everything else. Well, what do you think about this? Does this make sense to you? Is this something that's critical? I think it is. I think it is. What do you think? But before you mosey on out of here, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. You understand what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, your thoughts and comments. Like this video. Hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And whatever you do, I beg, beseech, import you, and request, ask, and entreat for you to comment. Comment as you see fit.